Hello everyone. Today in our Scramble game show, we will bring you another new game. And this game is quite simple to learn, but it's quite challenging. To illustrate this game, I have brought a game with me called Mastermind. And today's Scramble game is called Scramble Mastermind. Now, Mastermind is a game many people know how to play. Basically, you are guessing objects using your logic to figure out what are the objects that is hidden. For example, here, this Mastermind is a box that contains the little objects here. Could be color beads or something using color as object, or as a little figure here right now is animals, like this yellow is a lion, and the red is a bear, and the purple, I think it's a rhinoceros or elephant, okay? So a Mastermind basically is played by, say, two people. If I deal the thing first, I will pick some objects. I'll be hiding under a cover. Let's say I picked one lion, one bear, one monkey, or something like this in a row of animals. Now, you, as a player, would guess what I have. You would say, for example, a bear, a monkey, an elephant in that sequence. I would have to tell you whether it's correct or not. When I tell you, you have guessed correctly the animal, not in the right position, I would tell you a clue. For example, I would say yellow. One yellow means the object you guessed was correct, but not in the right position. But if you guessed correct, also in the right position, I will give you red. So the red and yellow gives you the two level of clues, and you do that. For three objects, it's fairly simple, and kids play this a lot. If I have three objects here, you would guess just like red, green, blue in three color, and the permutations is only 6 possibilities. So in principle, you know, before 5 guesses, you should already arrive the answer. But as the number of objects increases from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, as the animal objects you have more, it becomes quite a challenge. And the challenge is challenging your brain to think, to deduce by logic. And if you have clues that feed to you, and you would be able to use the clue to deduce the answer. That's the regular Mastermind. Now, Scramble Mastermind adds a little more twist. It's like all other Scramble games that we always add some learning challenge in there as word game. So what do? We play with Scramble cards. These are Scramble cards. They are letter cards. So you basically pick letters, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on, and make a word and let people guess what word you have in your hand or in your possession. That is the first rule. In playing this game, the second rule is quite important and is interesting, is the person who guesses must say a word. So that challenges you that you must have vocabulary. So if I put a 5-letter word in my possession, and you have to use 5-letter word, keep on guessing until you get all correct, the 5 letters correct. The principle is very similar to what I just explained to you with the objects of animals or color and so on. But the added twist is focusing on words and vocabulary and spelling. So when you play this game, you would have to really add that element into it. Okay, so that should be enough introduction, okay? And to demonstrate this game on television, actually, it's quite interesting. We can make this game almost like a real so-called interactive TV game. Now, TV, as you know, in real time when it broadcasts, in principle, the viewer could call in, like some of the shows, people have call-in shows that you can call in and ask questions and talk to the host and so on. We could actually entertain your call-in to play this game as we make this sort of a Scramble Mastermind in progression. So just pretend we are not set up in this particular session, although we could. Everything is there. It's just that we need the public channel, Cablevision, the hosting companies sort of a policy change to adopt whether we could do this in real time. That is, there will be a phone. You can call the phone and say, here is my guest, and if your phone call comes in first, we'll then use yours to enter display, and display will be displayed on TV and broadcast and so on. It will be a real interactive game, all right? So we designed it that way to play this game, and you will see how the screen interact. I sort of, as a host, actually stay behind the scene, different from these most game shows that host always in front of the thing and it's taking up the screen, but I am behind the screen, okay? I will try to show you how the Mastermind is played. Let's first have our first screen just to let people see how the screen look like, okay? Let's have the first grid screen. Okay, here, I am behind the grid, okay? Now, if you see, this grid is sort of like a 10 by 10, something like that, right? Maybe 3, 6 is a 10, I don't count, but anyway. We now have the title, Scramble Mastermind, as the title. I am behind the screen, okay? If I move, you see, I can point the letters, say, okay, this is the Mastermind, M-I-N-D. So I can point the grid behind the screen. So we will use this to play the Scramble Mastermind. Some of you may have seen our show before when we played bingo, or we played some kind of puzzle, Scramble bingo. Those are, using the similar sort of technology, okay? All right, now we will play 4 games today, okay? If we have the time sort of scheduled correctly, we'll do that, 4 games. Now, the first game is a 5-letter word, okay? Let's have the first 5-letter word screen showing to you. Now, we use the red X representing the 5 letters, okay, sort of on the screen. Later on, when the game is over, we will open our answers behind us, okay? It's on the magnetic board, which is hidden right now. On this 5 letters that we have is a word. And there's a provision of the grids underneath that you can see is what you can enter your words. So let's say we have our audience here participating. You are playing at home with a pencil and paper. You can do that. There's a 5-letter word. There's lots of 5-letter word. It almost sort of boggle your mind. Say, well, how do I start? Doesn't matter much, because the logic is to deduce the 26 letters. Words have to be made of the 26 letters. So you are actually bounded by 26 letters. However, 26 letters in 5 position, the permutation is a huge number. So you have to quickly sort of use your logic to enter the words to reduce those permutations into a smaller set. And this convergence can be quite quick, because, for example, the first 5-letter word you put down, it could be nothing. Nothing means no letters of the 5 letters hit this word. Then I will give you a clue, nothing, all right? And that means that 5 letters will never be used again. So you eliminated 5 alphabets out of 26 alphabets. That's pretty fast, okay? So sometimes a negative answer could be actually faster convergence because you eliminated letters quick. And the ones that are difficult is the ones that I say, oh, you have one correct letter, but not in correct position. That means you have to figure out that particular letter, where is going to be the right position, and which one is the correct one. And in this process, you're going to keep track of it, okay? Oh, let's do, the first audience said, okay, he chooses the word house. It's very sensible. We all, okay, right now, perhaps watching this game in your home, in the house. So the first word, you guess it's house, matching against that unknown word, okay? And I will tell you the answer, whether any of the letters are correct, okay? I will show you that right away. Okay, let's see what you get. Now, 1Y. What 1Y means, as I explained before, I happen to be just using red and yellow as the color object representing the clue. 1 yellow means 1 letter is correct, but not in the right position. Now, could be H, could be O, could be U, could be S, could be E. So you don't know. So you got to keep that in your head, all right? One of them is correct letter, but not in the right position. So you have to continue guessing this. The second word, all right, somebody said faith. Okay, F-A-I-T-H. See, that is certainly a deliberate choice to have only one common letter, which is H. The others are not common. So you hope that, hey, you try your luck, you may get more correct letters. Let's see. Now you got 2 yellow. What 2 yellow means, you got 2 letters correct in this word faith, but again, not in the right position. And you don't know which 2. It could be F-A-I-T-H, 2 of the letters. Now, you got 2 words, 2 feedback clues now. So you got to keep that in your head, thinking about it, and see what third word you want to play. All right? This player obviously is quite religious. Now, it says the third word is praise. You pray that you got it correctly. You have all 5 letters correct. So, P-R-A-Y-S. Now, okay, the answer jumped too fast. It should slow you down a little bit, let you think a little bit, okay? Don't jump to the conclusion too fast. Right now, for this word praise, you have 1 red and 2 yellow. That is a big progress because now you know there's a 1 letter in the right position, okay? And 2 letters are correct but not in the right position. Again, you at this point, you don't know which one is in the right position. You can assume either P, R, A, Y, or S, but then correlate with the previous one, 2 yellow, and another previous one, house, as 1 yellow, and see how you figure out. Now, at this point, perhaps you say, okay, we should try keep some of the letters in the praise, this word, and permute them and see whether you will hit the right position. So, let's think of the word. Let's see, okay? What's the 4th word coming up? All right? Number 4,